Y'all, it's been a crazy day. You have to excuse my hair. I have had one of those days, but enough of that. This woman, Meghan Markle, she's just looking for trouble. Meghan and her husband now have aligned themselves with people that are going to want something in return. And they're so desperate, they'll take up the invitation. And that can only lead to trouble. We're going to talk about it. Let's get into it. So what is happening with Harry and Meghan now? The whole thing that I find so just, this Harry and Meghan, this is crazy. So it looks like they have been welcomed by a Nigerian fugitive wanted in the U.S. for $20 million money laundering scam. It is just, it's just getting to a place where you can't see anything good coming out of this. What good comes out of this hunger, this thirst for all the things of this world? What is it ever going to get you? What is it going to get you? I was looking at this documentary about Harvey Weinstein, and Harvey Weinstein, he was this mega producer, film producer. People treated him like he was God.
I just want to thank my agent, Kevin Uvain, and God, Harvey Weinstein.
He had all these people working around him. He had his thing going because he had this way about him that was just disgusting, and the things that he did to women. And it's like the typical story when you go to LA. A lot of times you meet up with these people that want to promise you things, and in the end it's about them and what they're trying to get out of you. It's like the perversion it's everywhere. And so you look at what happened to him, and he seemed so untouchable. He seemed like he could never not get what he wanted, because he had the whole Hollywood in the palm of his hand. The politicians, the superstars, the media moguls, all these presidents, he just had everything. And all of the things that he did in his life, in his past, from years prior, finally ended up catching up with him. Finally. And look at him now, serving time in prison. Okay? And he was someone that allowed his power get to his head. That the ego of this man was so enormous. And it's almost like you look at people who have so much and you think, yeah, but there's a side of you that's not good that people don't see yet, but it's going to catch up with you. It's going to catch up with you. And when I look at what Harry and Meghan are doing, just the things that they are doing because they need the money. Meghan wants the attention, the wealth, the notoriety. She wants I'm bigger than life, and I want to rule the world. I could become president of the United States of America one day. It's like her thirst is so enormous that she's going to end up drinking, and has already started drinking, the poison that is going to knock her down. I'm telling you, folks, this is just crazy what we're seeing. Crazy. And we look at what has happened with this story. So they were welcomed to Lagos, Nigeria, by a Nigerian fugitive wanted in the United States for money laundering and bank fraud. Okay, so Dr. Alan Onyema, 59, was among a small group of officials who greeted Harry and Meghan when they touched down in the city on Sunday. Onyema, I'm just going to call him Alan because I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Alan is the founder. He is the CEO of Air Peace. This is a Nigerian carrier that Meghan and Harry used on their 3-day tour of the country.
Nigeria's worst airline of all time.
I think it's worth noting that this YouTuber did a great review of this airline, and I think you should check it out. I'll leave it in the description below.
I came to the conclusion that Air Peace is by far the most unreliable, unpunctual, unprofessional, and unsafest airline in Nigeria, maybe even in all of Africa. It doesn't come much as a surprise, since the airline's CEO, Alan Onyema, is apparently a wanted criminal by the United States Department of Justice for bank fraud and money laundering.
This businessman, he's well known in Nigeria, but he is currently the subject of a U.S. federal indictment filed back in November of 2019. Now, at the time, the U.S. State Department or Department of Justice released a statement saying that Allen was charged with bank fraud and money laundering for moving more than $20 million from Nigeria to the United States bank accounts in a scheme involving based on the purchase of airplanes. So Allen allegedly used this laundered money in part to buy a Lexus, a Rolls Royce, a Mercedes, and designer goods at Prada and Louis Vuitton. This is what CNN is reporting. So it is unclear whether or not Harry and Meghan are aware of the charges filed against the airline's CEO. Okay. You didn't know him? You didn't know this was the situation? See, if you were still within the royal household, you would know the people that you're dealing with. You would know in advance these important things that you're going to have your picture taken with certain people. And trust me, the royal family, when they go out on their outings, they know who these people are. Alan has maintained his innocence. Harry and Meghan, they spent 3 days in Nigeria last week after being invited by West Africa's country's chief of defense staff, its highest ranking military official. So sources within the UK's Foreign and Commonwealth Office told the Daily Mail that Harry and Meghan were visiting Nigeria in a private capacity and that the UK government was not involved in arranging or facilitating their activities. And then they go on to talk about how this tour has really upset the King and William. They are really upset about it. And it's almost like, you know, Meghan is doing things that Harry would never have done on his own. Like, Harry doesn't have it within him to just go do the things that we're seeing. These are all things that we're seeing because Meghan has concocted this. While she mocks the royal family, the Queen, she's said horrible things, named her children after them, keeps the title, and now is prancing and prodding around like she's a royal, you know, and saying, okay, it's not an official royal tour. We're going in a private capacity and doing these things. And what she's doing is she's mocking the royal family. She's mocking them. She's disrespecting the royal family. She's doing things clearly that she knows she should not be doing, but she wants to disguise it as, you know, we're here for the Invictus Games. We're here for, you know, the other reasons of mentoring young girls. But it's almost like, but you're doing it in a way as if you're still a royal on purpose. They could achieve their goals without trying to go there as if they were on a royal tour. That was on purpose. And we know it was on purpose, the way she's done it. It's Meghan's clear lack of respect for the royal family. And shame on Harry for allowing his wife to mock his family and his culture and his traditions. Just like she mocked bowing to the Queen. This whole trip to Nigeria was mocking the royals. Like, oh, I can be royal if I want to, and I don't need you as my backing to say I'm allowed to do it. I can do it on my own. It's the lack of respect for the position, what the senior royals do. There's no respect for William and Catherine. For that matter, there's no respect for Harry's Harry's grandmother who's passed away, who served and gave her life to doing these royal tours and all the things that the royals do. She gave her life to do it. And Meghan, in this moment, is mocking that. and prodding it around as if she can do it if she wants to. Nah, I can do it if I want to. And I can say it's a private tour. And now what you gonna do? Huh? What you gonna do now? Because I said it's private. And it's nothing more than lack of respect. And everything that is going to come to Harry, he is going to get, and he's going to deserve it. Because what he's doing, he is allowing his wife to disrespect his own family in real time, and everything that has been worked towards bringing together these countries in the Commonwealth, and what it means to be a working royal, to visit a Commonwealth country, and the work that goes into assuring these alliances with these countries, and how things are meticulously planned in a way that it brings relevance to it. And what Meghan is trying to do is bring relevance to herself via the Invictus Games. Okay, yeah, let's make that be the reason. You see, but how she is not really understanding what she has done or what she is doing. Meghan, my dear friends, is putting herself in a position where she is going to owe favors to people that have done things for her. Now, we all know that Meghan is used and accustomed to just, well, I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend no more. You know, change my phone number. I don't know you. Who you? I mean, she's done it to her own father. Okay, so she's done it with a lot of people. But you won't be able to do it to people who have a way about them to get the things that they want. People, I'm assuming, allegedly, maybe perhaps, this Allen guy who is a businessman. Do you think perhaps there's something that maybe he wants later? Allegedly, they received $1 million to go to Nigeria. This is what has been said to me by a few people. I don't know if that's true or not, but think about it. Doesn't that make sense? Like, why? Why would you go there on the weekend of Mother's Day? And you're all about, I'm a mother, you know, I love being a mommy. You know, and you're going to leave and you're going to go to Nigeria for 3 days. And you're going to mimic and mock the royal family. And you're going to be welcomed by somebody who is wanted in the United States for bank fraud, money laundering. You are desperate. You are putting yourself in a position where you're going to get yourself so deep down in a hole with things that are behind the scenes and things that we can't see right now are going to one day catch up to you, because Meghan will do anything. This is what I believe. She will do anything to get what she wants, even if it means mocking her husband's family and doing something she knows she's not supposed to be doing. She'll just find a workaround. William and the King are furious. They're very upset about this, because they know that this was exactly like a royal tour. Everything that you would do during a royal tour, they did. The receptions, the visiting of the schools, the charities, the wounded soldiers, that Harry going around and inspecting troops. So it doesn't matter that she didn't know this about this Nigerian person or whoever. Even if she did know, who cares? I'm going. I'm getting my royal tour. It doesn't matter. And to just see how the things that are going to come out that we don't see now, that the deals and things that she is dealing under the table, because you don't just go to Nigeria for 3 days to promote Invictus Games and don't even show up with your husband for the 10-year anniversary of the Invictus Games because it's in the UK, and not go to that. But you're going to go to Nigeria for 3 days. She is doing this because there are things and dealings that are happening that we just can't see right now. It's in the underground. Just like all the stuff with Harvey Weinstein. That was all underground stuff. That was all underground. People didn't know, but people in those circles knew. But like the widespread public people, we didn't know about what Harvey Weinstein was doing. It was talk and chatter about it. Just like there's talk and chatter about Meghan and her bullying and all the things that she's lived and done prior to Harry. Like, there's chatter. We just don't hear about it on the widespread right now. But there are things happening as we speak that this woman is dealing and doing that we don't even know about, folks, because she does not care to be in bed with the devil. And we are watching it. We are watching it happen. And it's just a matter of time until we see the dirty dealings that are being dealt right now by this woman.